What if season 3, episode 7? What if the Watcher disappeared? Let's talk about it. All right, welcome back, Experience. So we are talking about what if season 3, episode 7. What if the Watcher disappeared? As we saw with the last episode, Watcher was taken by other Watchers, primarily the Eminence, which is the leader of them, and then you have the Executioner, so on and so forth. So we are waiting to find out what's going to happen with the Watcher, and while we're waiting to find out what's going to happen with him, we see our heroes starting to more or less mobilize and deal with all types of other threats.
Yep.
So, because you are having such a love-hate relationship with this show, what do you think of this episode?
I think my name says it all. It it started out great. We got to see the Nova Corps with Nebula in charge with Korg and Groot running around. We saw the tentacle monster come out and start just jacking up everybody. And then boom, Captain Carter shows up. And then Birdie shows up, who was revealed to be Howard the Duck's powerful child, but showed it didn't have the powers that it did in the last episode or something. I don't understand that. Um, and then the reveal we were all waiting for, Storm with Thor's hammer, which still has yet to be explained. Um, Started off great. We got the new Watcher voice in the opening since Uatu was captured, and he called himself what, the Eminence, I
Yeah,
believe.
the Eminence is the one
So
who's running the show.
yeah, he's the top dog out of all the Watchers, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The Watcher
so
who
yeah,
watches the Watchers.
it started off great, gave me action, and then we get into the planning stage, which took the rest of the episode. I mean, you had Birdie and Kahori acting like sisters, which is a you can tell it's a family dynamic with Thor, with Storm and Captain Carter acting like the parents while they're over there planning. Birdie and Corey is over there playing foosball, which is a fun take on their team dynamics. But after that, it just turned into planning. So now, they while they're there talking to Nebula, shards of the fifth dimension fall down, and Captain Carter puts it together, saying, "Oh, so what happened to the Watcher?" So now the rest of the episode, they're trying to find out how to get to the Watcher, and they come up with a plan to go and talk to an Infinity Ultron, just a random one. I mean, that didn't work out well the last time. you know, Infinity Ultron's running around, and then you don't have the Watcher to help. But somehow it works. They convince him, and I guess he wants some get back because he got bodied by the Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I mean, it started to let me down. It's like, okay, now I understand this is probably the one of the filler episodes to build us up to the final conflict. We see the squad that we're going to use, but what happened to the rest of them? What happened to Black Panther? What happened to Gamora? Where's Party Thor? Are we going to get the explanation? Maybe Party Thor died and Storm took over. I mean, are you going to use another 33-minute episode to explain this and give us a fight? I mean, now I'm really not looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not. I
I,
feel like
I
that's going to let me down.
I am not either. I kind of feel like with the what if you have 3 seasons, and instead of just trying to introduce a bunch of different what if scenarios, so that if you were building up to a bigger threat or a bigger thing such as this, the Watcher interfering with that, I feel like you could have explained a lot of this last season and kind of set this up to kind of lead into this season. Captain Carter has been a staple from the beginning, right?
Right.
Cool. She's been explained. So again, we got detailed on her. I said Kahori, we got some explanation on her episode and so that when she was there last season. So her coming in, cool. Birdie just shows up. Again, you said she was being like you had to give her a background, which was whole episode about her being pretty much born, and then we fast forward to here she is now with retractable wings, magical. She got laser eyes and whatever other duck wrist, whatever other power she has. And it's just like, okay, cool. None of that was necessarily explained. She just kind of showed up.
Facts.
Same thing with Storm. It's like we don't get any background on as to why Storm has Mjolnir. She is now freaking the goddess of thunder and mistress of the cosmic elements. Like she is all over. She is chanting all things from Asgard and stuff like that. Freaking. So is she Asgardian? Freaking no, because like
And and see, that's the thing. The previous two seasons of What If, every episode was a backstory for the final team. You you could have literally got rid of that stupid musical and gave us a backstory on Storm getting Mjolnir. Where are those guys in those episodes? I mean, I understand Shang-Chi and Hawkeye might not be useful, but then why give us an episode on them? Every other season, the first two seasons, you had reasons to give us those backstories. Where's Agatha? Why is she not here? You need a magician? Why is she not here? Have they again, if you're trying to force all this into one episode, it's gonna be trash. You're gonna give us
like
another bad fight scene with another big bad. And watchers deserve more than 10 minutes of fighting.
yeah, unless you're gonna extend this episode out freaking an hour and some change, like I don't see it happening at all. You could have done this a whole lot better. And again, I kind of felt like they were building up to A Force, to a
Yeah,
degree and stuff like that. Like I kind of felt like they were doing it because we kind of saw remnants of it in the MCU when we
right.
had Endgame and stuff, right? So it's like, cool. There's A Force, like you got the framework for it. So why not if you're pushing all this and you got all these awesome female heroes and stuff like that, like push out A Force, like right here. You can make A Force out of everybody you have and push out because you've negated freaking Ultron again was just kind of there. T'Challa's been freaking dismissed. We don't know where Party Thor is so that if he's even relevant for that. You just have, you know, the heroines that are left. So it's like push the team and have them engage in the final conflict. We don't need all this extra nonsense that's just there for filler. It's aggravating.
Yeah, I will say this entire season overall has been a disappointment. 100%. You've had some bright spots, but again, the season, I'm kind of glad it's almost over. You shouldn't feel that way about, especially a what if, because what ifs and elseworlds, you literally have a blank canvas to come up with the greatest stories. If you just went into the comic books, the what if comics, and pulled their best stories, like I would have loved to see what if Spider-Man became an agent of Shield. That was one of the best what ifs ever. You want to see Spider-Man at his peak? That's what you need to see. But again, you give us musicals and westerns. Okay, I hope it pays off, but I don't see it happening. I'm
I don't either.
prepared to be disappointed.
I am fully prepared to see what they got and how they try to make this work. And because it is the last episode tomorrow, as far as I know, there's no other. It's just the eighth. Like you'll get a full rundown from me about how this whole season has transpired. But so far, not the best. Like if this is what we're taking into, because we got Captain America: Brave New World on the horizon, so that right,
And Thunderbolts coming
and
November.
Thunderbolts, so that like we've got stuff like if this is the kind of writing that we're gonna get, where it's just mishmashed together and so that, I'm not here for it. And the rest of these movies are gonna like fail horribly.
I
Like
mean, they've been in a decline
they've been in
anyway,
decline.
so people just
Please,
accepting it because it's Marvel, but not I.
I love Marvel. I'm still not accepting it. Like it's
Mm-mm.
you need help. You need help. And then one of your best ones you let go, freaking, and they're off to DC and they're doing work right now.
You got to
So
be careful. DC might come up, and it'd be about time too.
and
We need a
honestly,
power shift.
I mean, right now, yeah, I give Marvel time to get their feet together, figure out what's going to be better for making good content, so that making good content is best for business in this kind of in this field.
Correct.
Good content is going to freaking take you further than trying to either just throw big budget action at it, so that than trying to just freaking we'll just do the bare bones minimums for that to explain the character and get them in. No, so that's one of the reasons why we fell in love with comic books. The intricate stories, the characters, how they weave in between each other, and have all these different relationships.
Yep.
You just throwing something on screen 5 seconds to show a character, and then you place them with another character that doesn't make any sense. Rather, like, it doesn't work. There's no chemistry, and it just falls apart. And that's kind of what if is right now. It's falling apart because
Yep.
they got some real basic stuff going on.
It's
But
it's like you're trying to remind us that Iron Man sucks when we know he sucks, and you're force feeding us all these bad storylines and hoping we like it. The newer people might, but the majority of your fan base are nerds, are comic book heads, are geeks. We're your base. Hence why the decline of your record, your profits been going on. It's because you're giving us trash. And yeah, I'm telling you, what whoo, did you see? Come on now. I can't even. Give us better. That's all we need. Give us better than what you've been giving us. You have enough resources. And I think that's the thing that makes me mad the most. You have the resources, you have the literature to go hire people to go read them and listen to what they got to say. Go to Comic Con conventions and listen to the people talk. They will give you your storyline. As much as people, as much as me, you, Brent, we all talk about comics, we've come up with storylines that are way better than some of these what ifs. I'm just saying, we use your fan base and you'll be successful. Stop thinking you're smarter than us because you're not. Series was trash. I'm sorry.
yes. All right. So yeah, we want to hear your thoughts. You can drop down the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, tell us what you think, how you feel. What do you think the last episode is going to be? What do you think they can do better going forward? What do you think about upcoming, properties that Marvel has coming out? And again, we'll give you our take as we see this stuff. And right now, it's not looking good. So
It's not.
that's that.
It's
But
not.
all right, till then, till tomorrow, we'll catch y'all in the next one.